Okay, CJ. Here's my 4x4. You said it's kind of messed up, so I'll just scramble it really quickly for you. Let me just point out, this is why I hate the 4x4. Blocks like to explode. Put it back together. Okay, you should be able to see that that is scrambled. If that block does pop out on you, don't worry about it. Don't, like, freak out, because, well, it just, if you freak out, it'll fall apart on you. Can't get back together. Very hard. Okay, my first step is to solve the core, the centers. So if you notice on a 4x4, you should already. Centers, move. So yeah, that makes it a little bit more fun. I'm going to start with the orange side. This has the diagonals. And I look around the cube. There's another center orange piece. So what I can do is I can do that. Get a 1x2. Flip it like that. And put it there. Now another disadvantage to having no set centers is that you have to memorize in relation to a 3x3 or 5x5. I don't have mine handy, I'll go get it later when we get to the point. But you have to have all the centers in the right spots in relation to the 3x3. I'll show you later. Now we have to locate orange. You gotta tell me if this is helpful. Put it down there. And move it up so you've got a orange center. Now, you're asking, where are the algorithms? Well, there aren't really algorithms for solving centers, unless you're trying to put the centers in the right place. So, work on it, you'll get it. But what I like to do is, once I get the orange side, is I know on a Rubik's Cube, the red, that color, is opposite the orange. So here's my orange side, and I get that. You always have to remember to put centers back the way they were. Locate the other ones. So now I've got, here's my orange face. There's my red opposite face. And right below it I have my red, 1 blocks. Now don't just take this and go like this. You know what you just did? There's your orange. You want to keep that. So what you do is you line up this red with that red. And I don't know if I can get this. I have to do it backwards. Flip it up, so now you've got orange facing you. Turn your top face to, and you bring it back. It's basically what you just did. Let me see if I can explain this. Is that you've put this one up, opposite the orange. You're doing what I like to call dodging, so it doesn't go back to the way it was. And you put the orange face back down, and that gives you your red face. Now you can hold it so the red and the orange are in your right and left hands. Doesn't matter. Could be like that. Now you try and go for another one. Well, this one's easy, because here's a green 1x1, or 2x1. Here's a green 2x1. Solved. Now I try and get the blue side because it's directly opposite. Now I'm assuming, since you already got to the point where I gave you advice, you should know some of this. Now what you have to do is you've got those 4 centers, but you've got 2 wrong centers. What you want to do, you want to hold a bottom layer and a middle layer and turn it 180 degrees, or twice. So that way you can get 2 1x2s. They're in line with each other. Okay. Now you should have all the centers. Now I'm going to go get my Rubik's Cube. Yeah, hold on. Okay. Here's my 5x5. Love this thing. Yeah. It does all the cool patterns and everything. I'll show you later. But we have to realize that the red will be there, the whites will be there, and then there will be the blues. So, what that's basically saying, see if I can get this angled right, that in a clockwise direction there will be red, white, blue. Now, it should be kind of easy because that's both colors of both flags. So on the 4x4, you need to have the centers correctly aligned. Red, white, blue. Oh wait, that's yellow. So here's how you flip it. You take right face 2, up face 2, down face 2, and then you take your left face 2. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you grab both, or if you just want to turn the middle one. It doesn't matter in this case. But then you should wind up with red, white, blue. And that's how you solve centers. And because everything is opposite each other, you'll always have these ones aligned correctly. So yeah, that's step 1 of getting the centers. Now, what you have to remember is on the 3x3. You have edge pieces, corner pieces, and center pieces. So what you have to imagine on a 4x4 is that the edge pieces, these things, and the center pieces are divided into 2. So this next step is called pairing dredges. Instead of an edge, it's a double edge of the same color. Dredges. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I'm going to try and do one. See if it helps. That's going to go over... Sorry, this is... Yes, that's going to work. So what I just figured out that I remembered is that you can pair up 2 dredges, this edge, this dredge, sorry, and this dredge at the same time. But it takes a little bit more trickiness of moving things around.